Insider reveals Diddy made young Miami recruit for FreakOffs. He promised her a record deal, and baby, what y'all thought was just a situationship for show might have been something way darker behind the scenes. What started as flirty vibes and flashy gifts is now wrapped up in disturbing trial claims. Allegedly, Diddy didn't just spoil Miami, he gave her a role. One where she wasn't just arm candy, but a key piece in his inner circle. The streets are saying she helped bring girls into the FreakOffs, kept side chicks in line, and that her record deal. It might have been payment for playing along. And once you start connecting the dots, everything takes a much darker turn.
That's why you eat your Wheaties!
So, without wasting time, let's peel this drama wide open. If you didn't already know, young Miami's name has been wrapped up with Diddy's for a minute. At first, people brushed it off. Just another spicy entanglement with gifts, parties, and flashy appearances. But once Diddy's trial started and all the twisted details started spilling out, that casual fling energy disappeared real fast. Suddenly, those golden shower jokes Miami used to laugh at hit way different now. Ain't nothing funny about any of it.
I can't say it.
You got to.
It say take a shower if you like golden showers. I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you? Pee on you everywhere? You like it?
I just like
Let's be real. Miami wasn't shy about spilling freaky details when the vibe was good. On Live, she said with her chest that she was into golden showers. But the moment Diddy got caught up and the charges dropped, sis did a full 180. Suddenly, it was all just promo for her card game, and she swore it never happened. The internet didn't forget, and neither did the receipts.
Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy. Always upgrading from my last whore. I don't Risha, Keisha, and Joy. And I ain't tripping if you didn't enjoy.
But fans weren't having it. They pulled up the receipts, clips that showed she had been talking wild about it long before any so-called promo was even a thing. It didn't take long before the timeline labeled it what it was: full-on cap. Suddenly, Miami's whole situation starts looking like deja vu. Same pattern, different name. It's not confirmed, but the streets are convinced both women were trapped in the same cycle. Get hurt, disappear, recover, then pop back out like nothing happened. All while the public stayed clueless. Here is where it really starts getting dark. The Jane Doe case. This was the moment everything flipped for Miami. And suddenly, her name wasn't just floating around, it was right in the mix. Jane Doe said she was forced to take ketamine at Diddy's house, blacked out, and woke up covered in bruises. Later, she found out she was pregnant with his baby. That alone would be horrifying, but the allegations didn't stop there. It only got worse from there. The lawsuit claims young Miami allegedly panicked when she found out Jane Doe was pregnant and started calling her constantly, demanding she get rid of it. The court docs say Carisha Brownlee, named as one of Combs's associates, repeatedly called Jane Doe, urging her to terminate the pregnancy. To some fans, this sounds less like random drama and more like Miami helping Diddy keep his mess under control. Not long after, Jane Doe reportedly lost the baby, and some believe the pressure and stress she was under played a major role. And the craziest part is, some fans now believe Diddy didn't just promise Miami fame and glam to spoil her. Allegedly, it came with strings. They say she had to earn all that luxury by playing a role behind the scenes, one that went way deeper than being a +1. She was allegedly scouting girls for FreakOffs, keeping Diddy's lineup in check and shutting down anyone who stepped out of line. Basically, she wasn't just benefiting from the chaos, she was helping run it.
Ain't nobody love me like this. Ain't nobody loving me like this. She loving me like this. That's what the fuck is up. Oh! Oh! Oh!
as you should. Ah, get up. Okay, so I can celebrate.
Go ahead and make love.
And remember when Miami went off on Diddy's other girl, Gina Huyn? That moment still has people talking. She said, "If I wanted you to eat my pee, Diddy would have had you on your knees. You the same girl who've been crying for a baby for 10 years. You a freak that eats P and D when he feels like it." That wasn't some playful shade. Fans think it sounded like she was staking her territory and putting Gina back in line. Not for herself, but for Diddy. Like she was defending his setup, not just her feelings. So we all know Cassie recently recently took the stand, and what she shared was beyond heartbreaking. She testified that Diddy forced her to participate in FreakOffs, even while she was on her period. When asked by the prosecutor if she wanted to be urinated on, she didn't sugarcoat it. Cassie said, "No, I did not want it." She described the whole thing as disgusting, humiliating, and something she was never okay with. But then things got messier. Young Miami already admitted she was into that kind of stuff. So now people are starting to think, what if she wasn't just a participant? What if she was out here encouraging it, normalizing it, maybe even coaching the other girls on how to act right at those freak-offs? If Diddy needed someone to keep the chaos in check, fans believe she was the one he trusted to do it. And now people are connecting dots, and the picture forming is ugly. They are saying Miami's record deal didn't just fall from the sky. It came with strings, heavy ones. That she wasn't just there for the perks. She was part of the operation, maybe not the puppet master, but definitely playing her part in the setup. She was loud during the luxury, showing off the jets, the jewels, the vibes. But now that it's all crashing down, she is on mute. And that silence is screaming. To a lot of people, it feels less like innocence and more like strategy. Come on, how are we supposed to ignore that her injury happened the same year Jane Doe said the freak-offs got darker, and the same year Cassie claimed she tried to escape but got locked down even harder? That timing feels less like a coincidence and more like confirmation. The vibe now, people are starting to wonder why Miami's name keeps popping up. Court docs, witness statements, even leaked convos. At this point, it's feeling less like coincidence and more like she was always deeper in this than she let on. And now, to top it off, young Miami finally spoke out, and what she said raised even more eyebrows. In a recent interview, she claimed she had nothing to do with what's being said about Diddy. According to her, all the wild accusations were from before her time. She said she got with him when he was already a grown man, and as for the version of Diddy people keep describing, she claims that's not the man she knew, not the Diddy she deal with.
When I got with him, he was just a man. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
Are you still dating Puff Daddy?
I'm not. I said I was going to tell my truth.
She also said she needed to step back and focus on herself, her family, her career, and her peace. Whatever Diddy had going on, she said that was his mess to clean up. She made it clear she wasn't going to get caught up in it. Let's not forget, when Miami and Diddy first got linked up, she was just catching her big break, while he was already a full-blown industry giant. The age gap alone was wild, but the power dynamic, even worse. Some called it a clout move, but others saw the real play. Diddy picking someone younger, easier to mold, and way less likely to push back. Back then, Miami played it cute whenever people asked what they were. One minute she was saying, "We go together, real bad," and the next, "That's not my man." Meanwhile, they were pulling up hand in hand to the 2023 Met Gala like a full-on power couple. But in interviews, she was still acting like it was nothing. The whole thing felt like a game, one she knew exactly how to play.
That's why you eat your Wheaties.
Fans started clocking the pattern. Every time chaos hit, like the secret baby news or cheating rumors, Miami would swerve, play it chill, and keep it cute. Now people are saying that wasn't just a coincidence, it was survival. Stay quiet, stay cute, and secure the bag without catching the smoke. Let's be real, Diddy's track record is straight up chaos. From J-Lo to Cassie, Gina to Lori Harvey, none of his relationships have ever been normal. Control, money, silence. It's the same pattern every time. And now some fans think Miami saw the red flags and walked in anyway. Others believe she got caught up too deep before she ever realized what she signed up for. Either way, the pattern was always there. Diddy shows up with the lifestyle, makes you feel important, and then behind the scenes, it's control, it's isolation, and allegedly, it's And this is exactly why people are giving Miami the side eye. She is claiming she wasn't around when the worst of it happened, that she didn't know that version of Diddy. She says her experience with him was nothing like what's being described, but that kind of response feels a little too clean for a situation this messy. But the thing is, just because her ride with Diddy felt smooth doesn't mean everybody else is lying. Her story might be real for her, but fans feel like she is skating around the truth. Because if she opens up too much, she is no longer on the sidelines. She is right in the middle of the mess. Now, some are saying her silence and this soft denial isn't just for safety. It's a whole strategy. By claiming she didn't know, she keeps herself off the radar. No heat, no headlines, just smooth sailing while the chaos burns around her. That's why people are saying this isn't just denial. It's a calculated move. Because the moment she admits to knowing even a piece of what Diddy had going on behind those closed doors, she is no longer a bystander. She is part of the story. And that could bring everything crashing down around her too. Still, some fans believe Young Miami's whole stance isn't about denial. It's about survival. Staying low, playing innocent, and saying she didn't know might be the only thing keeping her name from getting dragged straight into the flames, especially now that the walls are closing in on Diddy from every side. So what we know is Miami may not have lit the match, but she was standing in the smoke. Whether she got pulled in, played along, or played a part, her name is now glued to Diddy's downfall. And as each courtroom bombshell drops, probably noticed by now, every time something new drops, it leads right back to the same names, same rooms, same cycle of silence, control, and chaos. And every time the dots connect, you will find Miami's name is sitting dead center. Dead ass. This isn't just messy tea, it's a straight up reckoning. One of the darkest corners of the industry is finally getting dragged into the light. And if even half of this turns out to be true, big names, big legacies, they are all about to crumble. So if you made it this far, then you already know. We are just getting started. Hit that like button and keep it locked, because the Miami Diddy saga is spiraling fast, and the next twist might be the wildest one yet.